So let's start with equivalent weight. Equi means same, valent comes from valency, and weight as usual. So what is that equivalency we are getting? So this type of weight is actually the combining power of any substance in grams, which will be equal to the fixed quantity of another substance. And that another substance we are taking as oxygen and hydrogen. So the mass of the substance in grams that combines with or is chemically equivalent to 8 grams of oxygen taken as standard and 1 gram of hydrogen taken as standard, either of one, we will get the equivalent weight of the substance. Let's go for an example to understand it better. Suppose example CaH2. From here what we can write? We can see that yes, 2 atoms of hydrogen combines with 1 atom of calcium. Now that 2 atoms will weigh how much? 2 gram. 2 gram of hydrogen combines with 40 gram of calcium. As we have 1 atom of calcium, the atomic weight is 40 gram. Okay, so we have taken the standard with 1 gram. So we have to calculate with 1 gram. So 1 gram of hydrogen combines with how much of calcium? 20 gram of calcium. So that becomes the equivalent weight of calcium. Okay. Simply speaking, equivalent weight will be equals to the atomic weight divided by the valency or the combining power. But as we know that valency of a single element in different compounds it may vary, so the equivalent weight may also vary. For example, you can see here cuprous oxide and cupric oxide. Here copper has a charge of 1. Okay, so the equivalent weight of copper will be the atomic weight of copper, that is 63.5 divided by 1, because the valency of copper is 1 here. Similarly, here the copper has a valency of 2. So here we put 2, atomic weight divided by 2, and hence we get 31.75. Okay. Next we go for the next problems, where we will be finding the equivalent weight of an acid. We will have different formulas. We have different formulas in contest to the finding of equivalent weight of acid, base, salt, and others. So in case of equivalent of acid, to find that we use the formula molecular weight of that acid divided by the basicity. Now first you have to learn about what is basicity. Maybe you all know about that. Basicity is the number of replaceable H plus ions per molecule of an acid. So simply speaking, one molecule of acid gives us now a fixed number of H plus ions. Though that depends on the reaction again. It will ionize and give us H plus ions. So that number of H plus ion per molecule of the acid is nothing but the basicity. So now if we want to find out the equivalent weight of H2SO4, how do we do it? It's 98, that is the molecular weight of H2SO4. We have already known how to calculate it. It's 2 hydrogen, from there you get 2. Sulfur, there you get 32, and oxygen, from oxygen each oxygen is 16 and you get 4 oxygen atoms here, so it is 64. You know already the molecular weight finding. So 98 is the molecular weight, and the basicity of H2SO4 is 2, because when H2SO4 ionizes, it gives us H plus, that is 2 in number. Per molecule of H2SO4 is giving us 2H plus. Okay, so that gives us the equivalent weight, which is coming as 49. Now we go for equivalent weight of a base. Similar to the acids, it is molecular weight by acidity. Now what is acidity? Number of replaceable OH minus ions per molecule of a base. Now if you want to find out equivalent weight of calcium hydroxide, How do we do it? We know that calcium hydroxide of one molecule will give us 2 OH minus ions. So here the acidity becomes 2 and hence we get 37. Next we go for the next problems. Okay, now if we want to find out the equivalent weight of a salt, how do we do it? We take formula weight for the salts, not the molecular weight. Formula weight of the salt divided by the valency on the positive part of the salt. For example, you take aluminium sulfate, Al2SO4 whole thrice. So per molecule what we can see, it dissociates as Al3 plus and SO4 minus 2. These are the ions. This is a cation and this is the anion. But how many numbers are there? We can see here 2, right? So there are 2 Al plus 3 ions actually. Per molecule will give us 2 cations, 2 Al3 plus cations. Okay. So each Al we can see that there is a charge of 3 plus. So 2 of them will give us a total charge of 6. Then we write the formula weight, which is 342, and divided by the total charge which we got on the positive part. Anyways, positive part and negative part will give you the same number. So go for the positive part only. So divided by 6 will give you 57 answer. Next, if we want to find out the equivalent weight of an oxidizing agent, how to find it? The formula being molecular weight, as similar, molecular weight of the oxidizing agent divided by number of electrons accepted. Now, you must be knowing that for oxidizing agents, the oxidizing agents oxidizes others, but itself gets reduced. They themselves gets reduced. So here you can see the reduction reaction happening. Now, if you want to find out the equivalent weight of KMnO4, the reaction must be given, because according to the medium we will be seeing that the reaction varies and thus the electron numbers also varies for the same substance. Suppose for the example, we want to find the equivalent weight of KMnO4. For that, the reaction goes like this, as you can see here. So how many electrons are accepted here? 5 electrons. Oxidizing agents will always accept electrons because they themselves gets reduced. Oxidizes others. Okay, accepting electrons means reduction. Themselves are getting reduced. So here the molecular weight is 158.1 divided by 5, that is number of electrons accepted, as we can see in the reaction. So you get 31.62. See, this balancing and all you have in class 11th. In the next part of your book, redox reaction, there you will be seeing this kind of reactions in different mediums. You are going to balance them. That is different. That is not required now. In neutral medium, this is the reaction given again. How many electrons is accepted? 3 electrons. So it is valency becomes, so number of electrons accepted becomes 3. So here is the result. Next. In basic medium, we can see this reaction, 1 electron accepted, so hence we get the result as 158.1. Now, equivalent weight of a reducing agent. We will be finding in the same way molecular weight of the reducing agent divided by the number of electrons lost. Because this is a reducing agent. They will themselves get oxidized. Reduces others, but themselves gets oxidized. So from here you will be seeing that electron is getting lost. So here is the reaction, FeSO4 converting to Fe2SO4 whole thrice. Now, here the equivalent weight of reducing agent will be, as you can see, 1 electron has been lost, so divided by 1. Another thing is, see, in the case of acids, equivalent weight can also depend on the structures. Like for example, H3PO4, H3PO3, H3PO2. If you see the structures, it will depend upon the, as we know that it depends upon the basicity. So now the basicity is the number of furnishable H plus ions. So for that you have to make the structure. For H3PO4 I have made it phosphorus double bonded with oxygen always. In the chemical bonding chapter you will be learning about these structures, writing the structures. So here it is OH, OH, as you can see. So oxygen being more electronegative, this H can be replaced. This H also can be replaced. This H is also furnishable. So the X equals to 3. You get the basicity as 3, and hence here we have written 3. But for the next one, H3PO3, by instantly looking into the molecular formula, you may be thinking that yes, there are 3 H, but that's not so. In the structure, you can see that you have phosphorus doubly bonded with oxygen, and then you have 2 OH this way, and this H is directly bonded to phosphorus. Hence, phosphorus will not be so much electronegative to break this H plus, and this H plus here, this hydrogen will not be furnishable. Only this H plus these two H plus are replaceable. Hence, we get X equals to 2. That is, the basicity equals to 2. In the next case, H3PO2, you can see just one hydrogen will be replaced per molecule. Hence, this is the condition. Okay, so mostly the formulas will go in this way, and you can do the problems according to the formulas and whatever the question demands. Okay.